stay away from dogs, especially dogs that are bigger than you and that have blood on their chin. Dogs have big teeth and powerful jaws and claws, and trying to make one angry is a good way to be a bonehead. Bonehead.
Cowboy Who? Cowboy. Cowboy Who? Cowboy. Cowboy. Cowboy Who?
Hi there, how's it going? It's me, Cowboy Slim. This is Cowboy Who, name of the show. Thanks for joining us today. It's the first time you're watching this show. Well, what can I say? You're in for a bit of a surprise. This isn't your normal average TV show. Anyway, before I get started, I just want to thank all you kids and all you aliens who sent letters. My big box of letters is getting more and more full every day. I really appreciate it. You know, it gets a little boring up here. It's nice when you send me letters, and videotapes, anything else you want. T-shirts. Anyone got a T-shirt you want to send me? That'd be great. You know, this is like my only one. And, I could really use some more T-shirts. They'd probably get to me. Just send them to your TV station. They'll put up an address. Send them there. They'll send them to us. It works out. I don't know how. Anyway, let's just get some letters, okay? Here's an interesting one. Looks like nice pictures. It says, "Dear Cowboy Slim, you are a fake. You're not really up in outer space. This whole show that you're doing, I think, is in Ottawa. And that's not in outer space. That's in Ontario." Well, and it's signed Stevie Kempton. Well, Stevie, you couldn't be farther from the truth. No, we haven't been on Earth here in a couple of years. You know, we've been up in space for some time, and believe me, you wouldn't be able to do a wacko show like this down on Earth. No, we're really up in space, believe me. All right, well, but thanks for your interest. What can I say? And I'm not trying to put you down there, Stevie. I can see, maybe where you're coming from. It's pretty hard to believe and all, but, believe it. Okay, now I'm going to move on to, yes, my favorite part of the whole program. This is when we show the videotapes that you viewers at home send in, and well, I don't know, I love it. It's just, I always thought, everybody in the world should get a chance to make their own TV show, and, well, this is where it all starts. Just send in your tapes, we'll see what we can do about getting you on TV, and everyone can watch it. All right, so let me just get the glasses on. There we go, and we'll just have a look at what people have been sending us.
Action! Cool Cat TV, yeah, Cool Cat TV, yeah, join me for Cool Cat TV, yeah. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
My name is Shannon Brown, and this is Christy Winkley.
Welcome to Cool Cat TV. Today we'll be talking about Cowboy Who and how to keep your parents from knowing you're watching.
Now let's hear from a real expert on the subject, Dr. Smarty Pants.
What? You're lying, no. Well, now let's hear from a real expert, Dr. Smarty Pants. Welcome to our show.
Thank you for inviting me. It's a great opportunity to be here on Cool Cat TV. If I can help even one more person watch this show, then I'll be happy. Is it true that you almost got caught by your parents watching Cowboy Who? Actually, I did. I thought my dad would notice it was on. He thinks Cowboy Who is really dumb.
Weren't you scared that he'd take away your TV privileges?
Well, yes and no. I'm sort of used to that sort of thing. I just changed channels. But this time I was sure I was a goner.
What actually can kids do to keep from getting caught watching Cowboy Who?
I recommend taping the show and watching it when they're out.
Thank you, Dr. Smarty Pants, for coming on the show. It was my pleasure. Toodaloo.
Hello, Slim. I am EH464442. On my planet, we worship Phyllis's hair and have had our species genetically altered to resemble Phyllis's hair. The way it was in the old days. What do you think? You should do more shows about Phyllis's hair.
Cowboy. Cowboy Who? Cowboy.
Hi there, we're back. It's me, Cowboy Slim. But I guess you probably figured that out by now if you've been watching the show. Well, this is the part in the show where we go and watch Dee Dee and Dwilfer because, well, that's kind of like a kid's show, and this is supposed to be a kid's show, but, you know, if it was up to me, well, I'm not really that interested in doing like that kind of kid thing. I don't really know what kids want to watch. Anyway, let's just not waste any more time. I want to watch Dee Dee and Dwilfer, see what Dwilfer's up to today. So, let me just get these things on, tune in the show. There we go.
Hello, children, and welcome to our program where we learn all about my home, the planet Earth. I have a wish. Shall I tell you what it is? My wish is for everyone on this wonderful universe of ours to learn more about my home, the planet Earth, and so become more like me. Well, I know you can do it. At any rate, today's theme on our program is manners. It's very important to know about manners and to follow manners, because manners will separate civilized people from uncivilized people, and aliens too. But before we go any further, let's call on our good friend Dwilfer. Now, Dwilfer's an alien, just like some of you, and he's going to tell us all about his strange and wonderful alien world. So perhaps you could help me call him. Are you ready? Dwilfer! Dwilfer!
Oh, hi, Dee Dee.
Hello, Dwilfer. My, you're certainly in a hurry today.
Yeah, that's because I'm being chased.
You're being chased?
Yeah.
Why on earth are you being chased?
Well, it's something that happens around here every millispan. I think that's about a year to you.
Why, that's fascinating.
Yeah, it's Aerobotics Day.
Aerobotics Day?
Yeah.
Well, what's Aerobotics Day?
Well, as you already know, we watch way too much TV on this planet, so once every year we get chased by the government ogroids. It's the only exercise we ever get.
Wow, that is peculiar. I don't think we have anything quite like that on Earth.
What, you don't have any government ogroids?
Well, no. We don't have any government ogroids on Earth. And besides which, those of us on Earth recognize the importance of good health and exercise.
Well,
so, are we to assume this is your day to get chased?
Yeah, this is Aerobotics Day, that's right. So you'll understand if I kind of have to, well, run away.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, Dwilfer. You will not run away while we're doing my program about...
I gotta go. I think he's coming. Uh-oh, here he is. Bye!
Dwilfer... Well, I guess that was a government ogroid. I am certainly happy we are so sensible and safe on my planet, the planet Earth. At any rate, perhaps
Oh, yeah. My muscles are tingling now. Oh, it feels great.
Well, Thank you, Dwilfer, for that very interesting report on your strange and fascinating alien world.
Yeah.
And now we'll continue on with our program. As I said earlier, we will be talking about manners. Before we do that, we're going to go to Time for Tots. Now, those of you who were with us last week, you will understand, and I'm sure you remember, that Mr. Yavelian wasn't very pleasant, and it is important to be pleasant, but never fear, I have talked to him and he has promised today to try to smile. So, without any further ado, we'll get back to Time for Tots
Whoa,
with Mr.
gotta run,
Yavelian.
excuse me, whoa!
Perhaps we could watch now Time for Tots.
Time for Tots.
Hi there, I'm Mack and I'm reading stories for Dee Dee. Because basically, our ship crashed, and until someone bothers to send a relief ship, I mean, we're just gonna have to make do. Anyways, I've been doing the best I can, but she thinks I'm not smiling. So I found a good Brothers Grimm story that makes me smile, and it's called The Child's Grave. I hope you like it. There was once a mother who had a little boy, 7 years old, so pretty and good that no one saw him without loving him. And she especially loved him with her whole heart. One day it happened that he suddenly fell sick and died. And the poor mother was so grieved that she would not be comforted, but cried day and night. Soon after his burial, the child appeared one night in the place where during his lifetime he would sit and play. And while his mother wept, he wept too, and at daybreak disappeared. When, however, the mother still lamented his death and cried out ceasing, he appeared again one night in the white shroud in which he was laid in his coffin, and with the garland of flowers round his head. He sat down at the foot of his mother's bed and said to her, "Ah, my mother, cease to weep, else can I not sleep in my coffin, for my shroud is moistened continually with your tears which fall upon it." The mother thereupon was frightened and dried her tears. The next night the child appeared once more, holding a light in his hand. "See, my dear mother," he said, "see, my shroud is now dry, and I can rest in my grave." After this the mother sorrowed no more, but bore her loss with her patience and trust in God, while her child peacefully slept in his narrow grave.
Well, that wasn't exactly what I expected. He did promise me he was going to try to smile. And smiling usually makes things cheerier, doesn't it? But with him, it just... Well, never mind. I will make a point of speaking to him about it later. Let's get on with our program, shall we? Today's topic, as I mentioned earlier, is manners. Now let's go down to the planet Earth and see what the children there have to say about manners.
Wood, nails, hammer, metal, saw,
A screwdriver.
measuring tape,
Wood.
wood, yeah,
Glue.
glue, paint,
Drill. Screwdriver. Hammer.
wax stuff, tons of stuff,
Wax.
good wax,
A best friend.
wrench.
Now, in order to demonstrate the importance of good table manners, Dwilfer, please,
Sorry.
we are going to play a little game. Now, please, Dwilfer,
Sorry.
as I was saying, we are going to demonstrate by a little game, a pretend game, where I play the hostess and Dwilfer will be the guest for the meal. Now, we have with us a knife and a fork.
Yeah.
Now, unfortunately, because of the crash we suffered in our spaceship, we don't have all of what's required for a proper table setting. But that's fine because we're having a very simple meal. And for the simplest meal, all one needs is a knife and a fork.
So what are these things for?
Well, you use a knife and a fork to cut your food and then to pierce the food
Oh, great!
and
I'm
place
hungry.
it into
I'm
your
starving.
mouth. Well,
Okay.
that's great. Well, it's going to be pretend food, of course, because we're just using our imaginations.
Okay.
We're imagining that I've laid out a table and that we're going to have a pretend dinner.
Great.
Okay?
Okay, you get the food.
Okay. Well, here we go. Here is your plate of food.
Wait a minute.
That I've made a lovely roast of beef and scalloped potatoes.
Roast what? Ooh.
Roast beef.
Okay.
Scalloped potatoes.
All right.
Now I'll get mine.
Don't really have any. Maybe I can have some of yours.
There we are.
Hey, wait a minute. You don't have any food either.
But we're just pretending, Dwilfer. This is a pretend game. We're pretending to have roast beef and scalloped potatoes, and I'll have the same.
Well, can I have some venison and some gumfish with my roast beef and swallowed potatoes?
Scalloped potatoes,
Yeah.
Dwilfer, not swallowed potatoes. Scalloped.
Okay. Well, can I have some venison and gumfish?
What's venison and gumfish?
Oh, let me check my translator. It's ketchup and horseradish. How do you get a radish from a horse? Horseradish, it says.
Oh, well, if your guest asked for condiments, a
Hmm.
polite hostess would certainly get the condiments for
Oh,
their
good.
guest, even if it is something as distasteful
What do
as
you mean
ketchup
distasteful?
and
They got lots of taste
horseradish.
in them. They're flavorful.
Okay, ketchup and the horseradish.
But
now,
there's nothing there.
well, it's pretend.
But I'm not
Dwilfer.
pretending to be hungry. I really am hungry.
Well, I'm sorry. We are going to have to take care of that
but
later.
you
because-
promised me dinner.
But you promised to help me teach all the young students and aliens at home about the importance of good manners.
But how can we learn about manners if we don't have any food?
Honestly,
Huh?
Dwilfer, it's just pretend, all right? We'll get you some food later.
But I want some of these swallowed potatoes.
Dwilfer, you promised to help me.
Okay, well just bring me the ketchup and horseradish. I'll just have to make the most of that.
Dwilfer.
But come
Listen,
on, you said we could
Fine,
have...
fine. I'll get you something real to eat, even if it's the last thing that we have. Why don't you listen to the music box and I'll get you some real
Oh, goody,
food.
I'll get the music box. Okay, it's down here. Here it is. Okay, I say the magic words. Ready?
Music box, sing us a song. Not too short and not too
lengthy.
Long.
Lengthy.
Long.
Lengthy. Shh.
If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Come on now. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. That's the way. If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy where you're living, clap your hands. If you're happy where you're living, clap your hands. If you're happy where you're living, it's not a box that you've been given. If you're happy where you're living, clap your hands. If you're not stuck in a box, clap your hands. If you're not stuck in a box, clap your hands. If you're not What the... Salt?
Dwilfer, what are you doing?
What? I'm just adding a little bit of salt so I can have something to eat.
What? You're not going to eat the music box?
Oh, why not? I've eaten them before. They're tasty, a little crunchy, but, they're pretty good.
Oh, good Lord.
What?
I can't believe you would eat the music box.
Oh, why not?
A tiny, fragile creature like that. Dwilfer, put the music box away.
Oh, okay, I'll just put it down here. There.
Now,
All right.
I have returned with our meal.
Ooh, goody, goody.
Actually, there's only enough for you, but I can do without. There's part of it.
Wait a minute.
And there we go.
But this is a peanut butter sandwich.
No, it's not a peanut butter sandwich, Dwilfer.
Yes, it is.
This is roast beef and scalloped potatoes.
And, no, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure about this one, Dee Dee. This looks like and smells like, I'm pretty sure it is a peanut butter sandwich.
Well, it's not a peanut butter sandwich. Remember our game? It is actually roast beef and scalloped potatoes.
Oh, yeah, we're
That's-
pretending, right? I forgot.
That's right. We're pretending.
Okay, so this is not actually a peanut butter sandwich. It's roast beef and scalloped potatoes.
That's right. Roast
Okay.
beef and scalloped potatoes.
Okay, so
can go
wait a
ahead
minute.
and eat.
You're forgetting something.
What?
The roast what? Oh yeah, the ketchup and the horseradish. That's what I wanted.
But we're pretending, and we don't have any
But
horseradish or...
I want some.
But
Come.
Dwilfer...
What? I want some ketchup and I want some horseradish. Please.
But I'm sorry,
Please.
we don't have any.
Please.
Dwilfer,
What?
don't raise your voice to me. We do not have any. I'm sorry, but
Yeah,
well,
but-
we'll pretend. Fine. Here, there's your horseradish, and there's your ketchup.
But there's nothing
now,
there.
You can enjoy our lovely dinner.
Look,
of
well,
roast
you
beef
said
and-
we'd have roast beef and scalloped potatoes, and I got a peanut butter sandwich substitute. I think I should get a substitute for the ketchup and the horseradish.
Well, I'm sorry, Dwilfer, but we do not have any substitutes. We'll have to make
All
do.
right,
Can
okay,
we please
fine,
just get on
fine.
with this?
All right, can I eat my sandwich?
Yes, you can eat your sandwich.
All right, I'll eat my sandwich.
No, don't forget your knife and fork. You
What, am
must
I supposed to
use...
eat them first? What?
No, you don't eat your knife and fork. You use them to cut the meal.
But it's a peanut butter
before you eat it.
sandwich.
It's
I don't
not a
need
peanut
it to
butter
cut-
sandwich. Oh, honestly, Dwilfer, you promised to help me, and now it's just gone all out of control.
Gotta
Don't
run.
you-
Here he comes.
Dwilfer, no! Oh, I don't deserve this.
Cowboy Who.
Time to think! Safety is everybody's business. And Cowboy Who was created and performed by Michael Cormier and Jeff Green. So think about this. A young man with reckless ways.
Adorable.
Special puppet and costume work by Matt
How
Fichtner.
do I look? White as a sheet. Spooky.
His lovely bride-to-be, Dee Dee,
I wish
played
you
herself.
wouldn't stare at me like that. You know what you remind me of? You remind me of a dachshund.
Randy Kay, music and Machiavellian.
What's that?
Ignoring safety procedures. Virginia West was in the music box.
Here's your rubber hose.
Okay.
Hey, buddy, here's your hose. Your rubber hose.
No, I never use those.
What?
Oh, live dangerously. Come on.
It's live current.
Feel the power. Oh.
Taking chances with his own life.
Hey, see that, girls?
Thanks to the Manotick School Kids. In the office of the commissioner.
Excuse me, Mr. Hemorrhoid.
Yes?
There are 16 more dead on power lines today.
We'll get that expert that we've got out there, the one we've got hanging about. Send him right in.
Yes.
Space art by Owen Alton.
Later, babe. Good.
Silhouette dancing by Charlotte Bonneville.
Now, Mr. Hemorrhoid, you're losing 10 men a day on the power lines, and I could save them all with my new invention. Insulated rubber gloves. Now, with this decorative covering, makes it super strong as well. Let me show you. See, I can hit you on the head with that. Yep, rubber gloves. Rubbers for short.
Yes, rubbers,
Yeah, I've noticed rubber has that effect on some people.
Oh, you ordered those Zap Stats, sir?
The facts speak for themselves.
Yes. What is this here?
Accident.
Holy
The
Marty.
Ottawa crew was
What are
Dan
you doing
McNeil,
here?
Jeff Radborn, Cliff Williams, and Pat Runyons.
What do these numbers mean?
You guys are dropping like flies. Let me show you. Here, you.
Me?
Now, here's what you do when somebody gets electrocuted. What you gotta do is you gotta squeeze the electricity out of them. Now, let me show you. You get down and you squeeze. If you do this every day, you're gonna find you really look forward to it. You, come here, your turn.
What me? Oh, hey, look out for that car. Oh, golly.
And it, well, fell on him.
Well, tell them to put it back up.
In Pembroke, Tom Day, Carl Davis, and Jerry Bim.
I'm not.
Well, you should.
I'm not wearing them. Butter, get going.
You're nuts. What am I? Put on your
Don't know
gloves.
when
You're
you
crazy.
don't know when you
It's
got
live
contact
wire.
unless you get your bare hands touching that wire.
Executive producer Larry Gavin.
What'd I tell you? Idiot.
Think, why don't you? Cowboy Who, produced and directed by Jeff Green.